new, what we call ECO1 project that Gamtel has built for now.
The ECO1 project?
ECO1 project, yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. As you know, our terms of reference are limited to the financial dealings of the former president and his family members and close associates.
Okay.
Gamtel is one of the institutions we are investigating in relation to financial dealings. So, before I apply to have this report admitted, my question is, did you, in your task force investigations, did you deal with any financial matters connecting the office of the president to Gamtel?
We did, yeah, we did a lot of statistics. What we did when we first started, we called MGI, the director, or the chairman of MGI from Swiss. He came and then we had a meeting with him. We had a series of questions. And then we formally requested in a letter form some of the things that we wanted him to provide to us. And then they submitted a report. So based on the report, all our analysis were based on the information we got from MGI.
Yes. Okay, I understand. MGI provided a report.
He reported.
My question is slightly broader in scope. Did you deal with financial dealings of the former president, office of the president with Gamtel?
Yeah, we did, yes.
You did?
Yeah.
Thank you. And your findings are incorporated here?
They are all incorporated in our report, and also I made a summary also.
All right.
So
okay.
that would make a very easy reference if you want to refer to the report. So I have a document, I have a report, copy of that.
All right, thank you. Mr. Chairman, may I apply to have admitted the ICT Task Force final report, or a copy of it, on the ICE sector? December 2016. That's when MGI was in charge of the gateway. They reported a profit of 67,340,347.
Yes.
By a profit, this is a net profit to them, right? MGI.
MGI.
Yes. Was MGI paying any taxes?
No.
They were not paying taxes?
No.
Okay. Now, you also say in paragraph I that there is a difference between 43 million deposited at the central bank and the declared profit of 24 million. And you said, but we know that this sum does not cover 26 million or that was used for 8 projects.
Yeah.
Now, I'm interested in you explaining about these 8 projects because the evidence before this commission given by both Banding Silla and the managing director, Mr. Susu,
yeah,
is that Gamtel did not benefit from any projects when MGI, during the period that the MGI contract was operated.
Okay, so let me explain that.
And 26 million US dollars can hardly be missed if spent on projects.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll agree with that.
Okay.
Okay.
From the MGI report, they sent us the revenues, expenses, and then the profit.
And then?
The profit.
And profit, yes.
Yes. Now, so if you look at this, that's the table here I provided, that's what I've provided, right? So now, the total revenue for their period, that is from May 2014 to December 2016, was over 114 million.
114 million?
114 million.
United States dollars?
Yes. And then the expenses was about 43 million. And then the profit then came up to 67 million. Now.
Very profitable business.
Yeah, but now, you know, in our request, right, we only send us a blank sheet. The blank sheet, no figures. They just itemize the items, but there was no breakdown of expenses. Now, in the contract, MDI requested that they should be paid for their services $800,000 a month.
For services?
For services. Now, for the first month, they charge $600,000. And then the second month, from there then, from May to December 2016, that's our 30 months. No, from June, because May was 600,000 they paid, but from June up to December 2016, the 30 months, they collected 24 million. So they were paid.
That's 800,000 every month.
800,000 a month.
For services.
For services.
Which they then deducted from the gateway proceeds.
Now, this is one they didn't specify.
Okay.
In the report. So we are of the assumption that with simple, banking, with simple accounting, right? If you have your revenue, the gross revenue, and then you tell us that this is your expenses, and then said, okay, this is my profit, right? Definitely we assume that in the expenses, that 24,800,000 is already accounted for. That was our assumption. So then we said, okay, if that is the case, that means the total profit now, that 66 million is the total profit after all the expenses. Now we said, okay, at the central bank, 43 million was deposited during this period. So now the balance of 24 million now is the question, where did that go? How was that spent? That's the question that we're trying to find out from MGI. But they never responded. And then we are making a comparison. They said, okay, out of the proceeds of the gateway, they were committed to some projects. And
they were committed to?
Some projects.
Projects?
Yes. And then those projects, the total came out to 26 million.
Are these projects are not in the contract?
They were not in the contract. In fact, the problem is we don't even know how those projects were initiated, who gave them the authority, how they were done.
Do you have a list of the projects?
We have a list of the projects.
Yes. Could you, at least for our own information, tell us?
The first project is the cost of the gateway switches.
The gateway switches?
Yeah, the sub switches. Because when they came in, they had to buy the switches, right, to be able to do the international calls. Now, they said that cost us $3,614,256.
United States dollars.
United States dollars.
Yes.
And then when we met Eliza, the chairman, he said already this amount is paid off. So now the switches belong to Gamtel. Gamtel owns them because it's already paid off. That's what he told us. Now the next one is.
Sorry, let's understand. They said they spent the money on switches.
On switches.
But the chairman of Gamtel.
No. Chairman of MGI.
Chairman of MGI.
Yeah, because we called him. He came to Gambia and then we interviewed him.
Yes.
So during the discussion, when we asked about this, then he said, okay, this was the amount and it's paid off. Those switches were paid off already.
They are paid off?
Yeah, from the funds.
Okay. So are you saying they should not form part of the 26 million?
That's what we don't know. That's what we don't know.
You don't know?
Are they part of the expenses they mentioned earlier on, or are they part of the 26 million that was that after 43 million was deposited to the account?
Gamtel does not have any documentation on the purchase of these switches?
Gamtel has no document.
Were they not supposed to be a procurement done by Gamtel?
No. It was just, the question was just, Gamtel was just, hands up. Even the financial information, you don't have to ask. Don't ask about anything.
Okay.
Even the switches were located in Gamtel properties, one in Abuko, one in Sarakuna. Gamtel staff are not even allowed to enter that room.
They are not allowed to enter the room where the switches were located?
Switches are, yes.
Okay.
So it's totally hands off, And now the next one is the Gamtel billing. Now the billing Gamtel had before has limitations.
Sorry, the?
Gamtel billing system, billing platform.
Billing, okay.
Yeah.
Gamtel.
Okay. Gamtel, they have their own billing system, and then Gamtel also they have their own billing system.
Yes.
Now, at the time, what Gamtel had is called mobile, and then that mobile had very limited, facilities or features compared to what Africell and others have because of promotion, what they can do. To compete with those ones, it was limited. So now, for somehow, I don't know whether it's the former managing director of Gamtel who approached MGI to say, okay, you can still help us procure the billing system out of the proceeds of the gateway. So we didn't have enough information about that. We don't know anything about the bill and the cost, everything, how it came, how it was purchased. They have it, but we tried to get all the information from them, but we couldn't.
How much did they spend on that?
Well, according to them, they spent 11 million.
They spent how much?